Pokémon Go swept the world of mobile gaming by storm in 2016. The game was an instant hit around the world, causing Nintendo's stock to rise by more than 10% in less than a week. There was a time when Pokémon Go mania was all over the place. The Pokémon game universe is so vast that newbies are frequently overwhelmed. So, let's say you're new to the series and don't know where to begin, even expert players can get lost. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video today, we will show you the best Pokemon games that you can play in this year. But before we start, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel Roblox Portal. Let's begin. Number 13. Pokémon Trozei. Trozei is a Pokemon-themed Tetris game for Nintendo. Instead of colored blocks, there is a Pokemon box falling from the top of the screen. All you have to do is make a Pokemon blocks match. 4 Pokemon of the same type in a row will make those blocks vanish. Despite the fact that the game isn't groundbreaking in any way, it is widely regarded as a decently difficult game. Number 12. Pokémon Ranger. Pokémon Ranger is an entirely new game that bears little resemblance to the typical RPG-styled Pokémon games. It's essentially a role-playing game in which you take control of a Pokémon Ranger and capture Pokémon throughout the Fiori region. There are 10 main missions and numerous submissions in the plot. Throughout the missions, the captured Pokemon are used to perform various objectives. Number 11. Pokémon Snap. Pokémon Snap is one of the original series' earliest console-based spin-off games. Todd Snap, the primary character, moves on a rail in this first-person simulation game. His goal is to capture photographs of Pokemon. The higher the quality of the images, the higher the score at the end of each round. Yes, the game is old, but it hasn't lost its charm. Snap was 4th on the top-selling game in Japan in 1999, but dropped to 5th in the following months. Around 151,000 copies were made available to the general public in the United States alone. Number 10. Pokémon Conquest. Pokémon Conquest is still one of the most popular Pokémon spin-off available. It's essentially a hybrid between Pokémon and Nobunaga's Ambition, a well-known Japanese game. Because it's just a trainer versus trainer game, the game demands a greater level of strategy. There are only a handful of Pokemon available here. It has a good and compelling storyline in which you are pursued by a Pokemon EV around the Ransei region, catching Pokemon and befriending other warriors in order to unite the entire territory under one nation. At the time of its release, the game was well received by critics. Best Game Boy. Number 9. Pokémon Generation VII. All real Pokemon merchandise are historically categorized into generations for first-timers and others who don't know. Whenever a new official game in the main series is released, it is considered the start of a new generation since it contains new Pokemon or other key feature. Pokémon Sun and Moon, 2 such sequels were released in 2016. The 2 games, as well as their extreme sequels, which were released a few months after the original, are possibly the most graphically demanding in the series, which is not surprising. This generation featured a total of 84 new Pokemon, several of which have new features and were modified from previous generations. Number 8. Pokémon Generation VI. With the release of Pokémon X and Y in 2013, Nintendo confirmed the advent of 6 generations Pokemon games. These 2 games transformed the Pokemon series with their 3D rendering feature. This generation saw the introductions of 72 new Pokemon species, including Fairy and Mega Evolutions Pokemon. Improved trainer customizations was also included, as well as 3 new game modes, Horde Encounters, Sky Battles, and Inverse Battles. Pokemon X and Y were also the first games to have Pokemon Bank support. Nintendo released Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the second main series game of the 6 seasons, nearly 2 years after X and Y. Number 7. Pokémon Generation V. After the release of Pokemon Black and White, the 5th generation of Pokemon games began. This generation saw the most new species introduced in the Pokemon universe, with 156 new species introduced, the most of any generations to date. Many new elements, like triple battles, rotation spouts, and battle tests, have been added, allowing trainers to compete and enhance their existing Pokemons. 2 years later, 2 direct sequels to the core game Pokemon Black 2 and White were released, each with several additional Pokemon not seen in the prior game. Both games were enjoyable and entertaining in general. Number 6. Pokémon Generation IV. Pokémon Diamond and Pearl, published in 2006, and Pokémon Platinum, released in 2008, are part of the 4th generations of Pokémon games. This generation saw the introductions of 107 new Pokémon species, For the first time, a Pokemon game included 3D graphics as well as capabilities such as online multiplayer trade and Wi-Fi battles. In the Pokemon world, Generation IV was a big technological milestone. Nonetheless, the game failed to freshen things up and doesn't add much to the already existing elements in Generation 3. Number 5. Pokémon Generation III. The third generations of Pokemon games debuted in 2002 with the release of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. The game added 135 new Pokemons, bringing the total number of Pokemon to 386. It features a more detailed landscape, a new 2-on-2 battle scenario, and a contest subgame as opposed to prior generation games. This generations, on the other hand, did not include several of the elements included in the previous games, such as day and night system, and it also limited the overall number of Pokemon a player could collect. Pokemon Emerald, a reimagined version of Ruby and Sapphire, was released shortly after the original. Number 4. Pokemon Generations II. It's not that the first generations of Pokemon games wasn't good enough. Rather, the intensity of the second generations is what gaming addicts adore, and it's where the entire franchise begins to open up. With over 250 Pokemon to gather and train, the new generations included roughly 100 new Pokemon species, such as Chikorita and Celebi. It also features the first use of day and night functions, which had a significant impact on the gameplay. Certain Pokemon might now only be captured during a specific time period. Upgraded inventory, an enhanced user interface, and 2 new Pokemon types are among the other additions. In additions, Pokemon Gold and Silver added the Pokemon breeding feature. Number 3. Pokemon Generation I. Nintendo's first Pokemon game, Red and Green, was published in 1996. Many people are unaware that these games were never distributed outside of Japan. Nevertheless, an improved version of the game Blue was made for foreign distributions. From Bulbasaur to Mew, the initial 151 Pokemon species were released in the first generations. To be honest, catching all of them remains a challenge. Pokemon Yellow was the final game in the first generations, and it was also one of the most memorable. The game was heavily influenced by the Pokemon television series and features Team Rocket. It also included Pikachu, who would follow the players around. Number 2. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is a fun spin-off of the main Pokemon series in which you take on the role of a Pokemon rather than a human. To choose which Pokemon you should be in several versions of this game, you must first take a short personality test. You progressively assemble a small squad of other Pokemons as you navigate the dungeons to complete various goals after you begin playing as your allocated Pokemon. It has sold over 13 million copies globally since its release in 2005. You must be aware of the most popularized game of 2017 with additions of new features and major bug fixes. This game still tops our list of the best Pokemon games available on smartphones. You've guessed it right. Number 1. Pokémon Go. One of the most recent additions to the long series of Pokemon games is Pokémon Go. It was created in partnership with Nintendo by Niantic, an American software development company. When the game shattered every record in the app business in 2016, it became a worldwide sensation. To put it simply, Pokémon Go is a game that uses your phone GPS and clock to determine where and when you are in the game, causing Pokemon to appear around you, so you may go and catch them. Depending on where you are and what time it is, new and more types of Pokemon will surface as you go about. The goal is to motivate you to go out into the real world in order to catch Pokemon in the game. Pokestops, which are essentially notable sites in the real world highlighted on your in-game map. Add to this, you can obtain goods such as Pokeballs and eggs that can hatch into full Pokemon by visiting these locations. It's also possible to place special objects at Pokestops that attract more Pokemon, as well as make the stops light spin on the map so players know they are attracting more. These were some of the best Pokemon games that you could try out this year. If we have missed out on any of your favorite Pokemon games, then do let us know in the comments and we will feature it in our next video. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, then drop a like, share, and subscribe to our channel Roblox Portal for more